haven't seen them. We've only just got this
Definitely later on. Got a job for you, okay?
I won't say anything.
Watch what you say, Brian.
Good evening, Colin. Nice to see you. I like the suit, you look very smart.
You've always got a few nice words to say, haven't you,
I
Brian?
always like to be kind to you. As our PR man, our website marketer, is your wife with you, see?
Yes, of course. Of
haven't
course.
heard it yet.
The boss, you mean?
I haven't heard it yet.
You may be seated. Or actually, no. The President would like to say grace.
Yes, remain standing for grace, please. O Lord, we give up all good things. We ask your blessing on this food. Help us to share with others what we ourselves receive through your great goodness. Amen. Please be seated.
Yeah, the next thing I've got on my list is Gerry. So, Gerry.
I know, he's always in there.
No, not real bad.
Sit. She's not going to reply. No, we did invite her.
Yeah, we did invite her to reply, but she couldn't make it. Okay. Fellow Rotarians, I'd like to call upon Senior Vice President Ray to propose a toast to our President, please. Thank you, Ray. Don't mind. Don't mind.
No, thank you. I'm falling out with mine. District Governor, Rotarians, friends. What a wonderful evening we've had. I'm going to say about speeches, to keep them short. And I've been told to say good things about the President, so my speech will be very short. But we've had a good year. It's been a team effort for the last 12 months. Everybody has pulled their weight in the club. We've had a very successful year and our charities are healthy. So without further ado, fellows, a toast is the President.
The President.
Cheers, Gerry.
That was short and sweet. You didn't too much, did you? Mr. Governor, President, fellow Rotarians, I now call upon your President to respond to that top speech.
Thank you. I won't say thank you and sit down because there's a lot of money riding in the midst of these speeches here. Anyway, I didn't really expect to be here for two reasons. One is I was president 10 years ago, and really only one. You don't really have to do it once in a club of our size, and that's the end of my lecture on that subject. But it was 2 years ago that I was stepped into the senior vice position, and another reason why I'm lucky to be here is within a couple of months of that I was in the middle of the road with a broken neck, and the support I received from the club at that time certainly did help me recover. That was both moral and practical support. I'll never forget the journey home from hospital with Jeff driving the car, and I couldn't move my neck at all, and if you're a driver you know you're always going like that, and I just simply couldn't, and the journey from South London through to Essex was an amazing experience. So thank you, Jeff, once again, and thank you, members of the club. I've been president now for 11 months this time round, and when I was writing the speech during the main course, I numbered them actually, and it was 11 events which really I stick in the mind. It may be a bit like Morecambe and Wise. I'll hit all the right notes, but not necessarily in the right order. So we will start off with obviously the first one, which was the handover dinner, which was an excellent occasion. Very shortly after that, of course, it was the Olympic year. And how many of us remember getting roasted on that day when the Olympic torch passed through Havering? And we were dressed up in sort of Rotary garb, and we were told that we would follow the torch kiss to the next kiss of 100 yards, and we'd all be going at walking pace. Well, when it was handed over to the guy I was going to be walking with, he decided to run. And so I got there, I think, to the next one before anyone was ready to take over, and it was I think I ran for about 3 of these 100-yard stints, but it was a marvellous day. And to cap it all, I think 2 or 3 weeks ago we had a speaker who came to the club with one of the Olympic torches, which he handed round, and it was a marvellous event for the country and for Havering and for our club, I think. Next thing was barbecue and bowls. I think that was just before, I think we just caught the last bit of summer there. I do remember a little bit of sun at the barbecue and bowls. I remember running around a lot. We had a huge number of guests. That was another successful evening. It was an afternoon, of course. Next thing, of course, was a sponsored walk. £8,000 to be raised, topped up a little bit here and there, but it was another marvellous effort, team effort again, photo opportunity with the mayor, and a marvellous event. The next one, well, the support was lacking on the next event. It was the club's 400-mile sponsored cycle ride to Cologne in Germany. The support was distinctly lacking.
Yes.
I did it on my own.
Yes.
And 9 other members went out on the plane and thoroughly ashamed. You can't win them all, can you? Next one, jazz night. We're all music lovers in this club. Jim did a marvellous job with the jazz night. This one, I can't remember exactly when it was. Was it before Christmas or after? It was before. I'm getting it right, Jim. That was a lovely evening. Raised some money for charity as well. Followed by, and they all cram up now, the old folks' Christmas party. Then our own Christmas party, and then the Christmas collections. All regular features in our calendar. Everyone here participated in one way or another in those events, and we will applaud ourselves for that. Next, following on from that, was a quiz night, well attended as usual. Didn't win, unfortunately, but there we go. Race night was next. That was the most recent event. Norman ran that very successfully just a few weeks ago. And we've come right up to President's Night. Well, I must thank you for all for your attendance here tonight. I hope it's going to be a lovely evening. It has been so far. And when I wrote these 11 events down, it's 1 per month, I thought, what else have you been doing? But in between every one of those, there's another event. There's kids out, there's Oh, just too many to mention. I mentioned the Olympics, the Blood Pressure Day, Canal Boat, any others? I mean, I reckon there's at least another 11 events, 2 events per month. That's not even to mention the work we do. We meet once a week, of course, in the club. Once a month we have a club council in my office. And when I get back home, Lynn says to me, "What did you decide?" And I think, well, we talked a lot about things. We consumed a lot of red wine and make recommendations to clubs, which are mostly accepted, and it all goes very well indeed. It's, I'm not ashamed to say business as usual. Innovation is one thing, but this club does keep going on a number of events which stand the test of time, I think. A couple of sad things this year, of course. We've lost Eddie Truman. He was not feeling well before we had the trip to Cologne, and very sadly he passed away before the quiz, which was one of his pet projects for many, many years. It was lovely to see Olka there, and long may that event continue. The second sad thing is more recent. We may have lost the lodge for the venue for our weekly meetings. Permanently or temporarily, we don't know yet, but it will mark a change in our, not a major change, but it will mark a significant change in our customs, I guess. Finally, I'm looking around at my table because they're going to give me the hint whether to speed up or slow down because of the bets they got while on my speeches. But that's going to be it for me. It's been marvellous. Thank you very, very much. There's no toast to propose, so I'm going to hand over to Norman for the next speech.
Apparently, I don't know how true it is, but I reckon the lodge could go to auction. Now I thought if all of us in the club put some money into it,
Why not?
We're not buying it for you.
Right, immediate past President George. Would you like to propose the partners and guests, please?
No, you George. This club will do it out now.
Thank you, George.
Good evening, Mr. President, your lady, and could I welcome you all, especially our District Governor and our guests from Dagenham Rotary Club. Nice to see a large number of you here supporting us, thank you. I joined Rotary in 2004, and a year later I was asked if I would give this same speech at our then President Louis Layton's President's Night. I was very nervous. Can you remember Louis Layton?
Yeah.
Sadly, after my speech, he left. But I've never been very nervous and thinking what to say. But that was in 2006, and here we are back again doing the same little speech. Unfortunately, I couldn't find it on my computer, so I'm making it up as I go along. But the purpose of this little bit is to say to you, to all the guests, welcome and thank you for supporting us. Without you, wives supporting us as Rotarians, and of course, in some cases, husbands supporting wives as Rotarians, we couldn't really continue. If you put your foot down, we wouldn't be able to go out to lunch every week.
Yes.
So thank you for supporting us as Rotarians. Thank you, District Governor, for attending our meeting this evening in your very busy year, and of course your year is sadly coming to an end, and I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I know Gerry has, and we have as your serfs. The ladies that are not members of the club, and indeed the ladies that are members of the club, can I say how beautiful you look tonight, and I would like to congratulate the Rotarians who spent so much on you. So Jeff spent loads, he was telling me. Anyway, I would like the Rotarians, please, to be upstanding, and I would like the toast to be our guests for this evening. I've got a real glass. I want to see this. Fellow Rotarians, the toast is our guests.
Now I'd like to call upon Assistant Governor Ian to give the response to that speech. Please, Ian. Thank you.
Thank you, Norman. Mr. President, fellow Rotarians, and anybody else. First, I would like to say thank you very much for inviting me here this evening. I have enjoyed the evening very much. On the occasions I do get along to your club, I do enjoy it, even if it's one of my 3 club days, as some of you know. You're the middle one. Breakfast at Brentwood, and then lunch with you, and then off to Wonga in the evening, and then the next day I can't do anything. Now, the shortest speech I ever heard on an occasion like this was somebody who stood up and said, "It gives me great pleasure," and sat down again. Well, I'm going to be a little bit longer than that. Like you, Mr. President, my year is coming to an end. I visited every one of the 60 clubs that we have, and the nice thing about the district governor's year is that first half of the year I'm able to plan. The second half I don't quite know what's going to happen. People will send me messages and say, "Did you get our email?" And you think, no. And they say, "Oh, well, can you still come along on Friday or Saturday for whatever it is?" And you think, they've forgotten. But anyway, I've had a lot of very interesting and different meetings in the latter part of the year. But in the first part of my year, I had some very interesting encounters with some of our clubs. The first meeting I went to, they inducted 5 new members. And that was quite an achievement. I think they're all still there. Then a week later I went to a club and the president said, "Oh, we didn't know you were coming. We've got a speaker." So I sat through 20 minutes about breast cancer. Now, that was interesting, except that I'd sat through 20 minutes talk on breast cancer at the Bournemouth conference only about 3 months earlier. So anyway, I kept a brave face on it and made an arrangement to go back and visit the club later. Following week, I had a message from the president of a club which shall remain nameless because it would upset Leon if they knew what I was talking about. And the president said, "Oh, I'm sorry, I won't be there when you come to visit us. And we're not meeting at our usual place, we're meeting at some roadhouse somewhere. And it won't be a normal meeting, it's going to be a protracted one." So I thought, bugger it, I'm going anyway. And my driver, whose name incidentally is Pat Driver, my driver and I turned up, and we came 3rd in the protracted. And there were more than 3 teams taking part. And in that early stage, it was warm. You remember we had a little bit of summer? And I turned up perhaps a little less formally than I am now. 4 clubs in quick succession fined me for not wearing a tie. And I thought, oh, that's great. So the next club I went to, I'm wearing a tie. This is one of the informal clubs. I got fined because I was wearing a tie. And there was another occasion where I visited a club and a couple of members were questioning Rotary Foundation and the funding and that sort of thing. Fairly aggressively, not unpleasantly aggressive, but they were quite strong and they came back and asked supplementaries. So when the Sergeant-at-Arms gets up, he fines them for arguing with the district governor. I thought, God, yeah. And then he fined me for arguing with their members. I thought that really was a bit much. But I have enjoyed enormously going around and seeing all the work that the clubs do. You are a very good example to any club. The work that you do, the friendship and the fellowship that you engender within your meetings, and I shall broadcast a warning. I shall be getting in touch with the local radio to say if they see a flock of some 30 or 40 wandering Rotarians looking for somewhere to bed down, please offer them hospitality, even if it's only temporary. I wish you well in your search for a venue. I have enjoyed, as I say, going to the meetings there. I've enjoyed my year enormously. I have to say this has been, as far as I'm concerned, my best year in Rotary. I can't think of anything better. But this morning we had a district assembly. I'm here tonight. Tomorrow morning I go to London and then off to Ulster for the General Council, which is a 2-day affair, and you might, I'm sure many of you are aware, Council on Legislation turned down the suggestion that we modify the structure of RIBI and introduce a 9-man board, which is much better than having 29 district governors plus half a dozen other people, and we're stuck with that, and we've got to find a way around that. So it's going to be quite an entertaining meeting. When I get home, I'm due back in Colchester Station at 6:01 on Monday. At 6:30, there's a club administration meeting that I've been invited to by my own club president. So life can be very hectic, can be a lot of fun. I have enjoyed the year and I've enjoyed the support of yourselves. I wish you all the best. Thank you for the work that you've done for our community at home and abroad. Keep it up, keep going, and remember, with polio eradication, everybody put your hand up. Come on. Right hand up. Now drop the 3 fingers. Bring the index finger to the thumb. We are that close. So far this year, 26 new cases, running at about half the rate of last year. And what was it when we started? It was 1,000 new cases a day. So do keep it up. We're very nearly there. Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of the evening.
Thank you. Gerry, if you'd like to walk this way.
I shouldn't.
Taking the iPhone.
Thank you. Yes. So, President Lynn, for supporting me throughout the year, putting up with me, thank you very much. Thank you, Lynn. Thanks, Norman.
You can now stop your watches because that's the end of the formalities. Who won? 22. Yeah? Yeah, mate. If the President and his party would like to retire to the bar, we will then alter the room round for dancing. So if you can all do that, we're going to put your table over there.
Drinks on you, Norman. Drinks on you, are they?
We're going to have ventriloquists in the room. If you'd like to go into the bar and we can sit
I You are Berlin and Gerry. I love you. You're really standing in the front.
Hello, Mabel. You're on video.
Thanks, thank you.
How are you feeling?
I'm fine, thanks.
It's a good evening, isn't it?
Yeah, very nice.
Excellent.
You've all got to take your jackets off now.
Thank you.
And we're just going to go and have a break. I'm going to put some disco music on for you. And Norman's going to sort out your forfeits, alright? Think about what you'd like them to do.
Hello, Ray. You enjoying it? It's good, isn't it? It's good, isn't it? Hello. You don't want to be on film? Hello. How you doing?
Good evening.
Excellent. It's good, isn't it?
Have a nice night.
Okay. Cheers. Hello. I've just been let loose with the camera.
Well, thank you, Keith.
I thought that was a very
enjoyable evening.
very good speech you gave as well. Very good speech you gave. You gave a good speech.
Oh, that's very kind of you. Thank you.
I knew you were hiding over here somewhere.
Have I been practicing?
No, I said I knew you were hiding over here somewhere.
Oh,
Very good.
VIP's table.
Forfeit is you've got to eat another dessert. Forfeit.
Oh, blimey.
Hello, Yaka. Hi, you alright? Very good. I was in Cranham the other day and I came across your shop. Came across your shop in Cranham the other day.
Cameraman. You're our new cameraman, is that right?
Well, so I'm told.
When you joining our Rotary Club?
I don't think I want to spoil that show.
Looking for a new webmaster.
That's you, is it?
That's all right, a trainee one.
What I'm gonna do, but there ain't no cure for the summertime.
I'm begging you. Come on, girl. You give it a go, Lee. Come on. Ooh, Don't use it up. Don't wear out. Ain't nothing left in this soul I care about. Say 1, 2, 3, shake your body down. Shake it on down. 1, 2, 3, shake your body down. 1, 2, 3, shake your body down. 1, 2, 3, and shake your body down. Yeah, move it on up, move it on. That's my singer. Ready? Shake, shake, shake your body down. Shake your body.